Well, hey, it's Catherine from CatherinePuller.com. We are right in the middle of release week for our Winterhaven Stamp of Approval collection. So here are some of the cards we have seen so far. If you've not seen these, be sure to head over to my blog so you can see the videos for these and also see the products. We've not shown you everything yet. We've shown some things also live stream and also on Facebook Live. So again, I'll have all of those links on my blog if you're not over there. When we put this collection together, we didn't want it to be just for Christmas. We wanted to have you covered for more holidays. So we have this stamp set. It's called Good Stuff. We have this really fun tag die with a label stamp and a extra layer die to go on top of it. So you can do thank you cards, you can do thank you tags, you can do thank you gifts. We also have a little snowflake in there and then good stuff inside. What a fun sentiment for a hostess gift or a gift bag or a tag for a Christmas present. We wanted to cover you for New Year's Eve, so we did clinking glasses with cheers, and then handmade with love. So you can use that for baked goods. You can put it on the back of your cards. We also have a little heart that says enjoy. So again, for handmade gifts, for any food items that you may be giving for the holiday season. And you can also use this little heart die and the stamp and do some Valentine's stuff with it. So this collection is super versatile. It's gonna, like I said, hit so many different card making, gift giving, just crafty occasions. We have the Good Stuff dies with all these fun little, let's see if we can see these. So we have the little trio heart that goes with this stamp here. And then we have the little stars in the clinking glasses, and we have two snowflakes and the star and the heart. And then we also have the joy wreath. The design team has completely slayed it with that wreath. Totally loving their samples. Again, make sure you're following along on my blog so you can see all of the blog hops and that sort of thing. So I wanted to stamp a little project for you guys today using this. So let's do it. So I've already die cut the tag and label shapes, and then I'm going to take the stamp and I'm going to stamp it. So sometimes your stamp might get a little misshapen, so just make sure you lay it down. It's going to flatten out, and then also if you use our grid blocks, you can make sure that everything is lined up straight by looking at the grids. I'm going to ink this up in Versamark ink so that I can emboss it. I'm going to use silver embossing powder. I'm going to heat that, and it takes just a minute to heat up. Turn that powder to a liquid and get a beautiful silver embossed frame around this layer. So instead of using these as a tag, I'm just going to cut off the little loop, and then I have two labels that layer on top of each other, and this will be great for a card. I'm going to grab my Something Borrowed, and I really love silver and blue together, so I'm just going to sponge this label layer with Something Borrowed. So I have this all set. I'm going to set it aside, and I'm going to pull out our Ornamentals background stamp. This also comes in the Winterhaven Stamp of Approval collection. I'm using It's a Boy, and I'm just covering the whole background. I'm going to lay my piece of cardstock over the top. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm using a scratch piece of paper. I'm just going to rub, and we'll get that ink transferred to the cardstock. All right, we'll pull that up. Oh, gorgeous background. Perfect. And then this is going to layer on there. Now I decided to cut this stamped background piece a little bit smaller, so I cut a 1/4 inch more off of it. So now it's 5 by 3 3/4, and then I did a 5 by 4 1/4, or no, 5 1/4 by 4 inch layer behind it, and then my card base. So I have lots of layers going on here. And then I decided I wanted to do snow and mistletoe for my greeting. So I grabbed it from the 'Tis the Season stamp set. Again, this comes in your Stamp of Approval collection. I'm gonna stamp it right on this layer, a little bit over to the right. I'm gonna start assembling. So just a little adhesive on the label. I'm gonna adhere my card layers together. And while I'm doing this, if you are new to the stamp of approval concept, this is our 10th box. People absolutely love it. And what do they love about it? Well, the concept behind it is to create a collection of products that go together. So no more going to the store trying to piece things together. When you get home, you sit at your stamp table or in your craft desk and you look at your supplies and you wonder what you're supposed to do with it. All of these products were created to enhance each other and to go together and to complement each other. So we send the products, after we design them, we send them out to the design team and they get crafty. And they make so many amazing things. They each take their favorite or favorites of all the projects they made. They submit them with step-by-step instructions, and then we compile those projects into one project guide download. It usually has around 35 projects in there, and when you purchase the Stamp of Approval collection, you get that download for free. So you get your box in the mail with all of your goodies. We usually, have 3 or 4 stamp sets, 3 sets of dies. Sometimes we have stencils, and sometimes we've even been known to throw an ink pad in there. We've had embossing powder. So this time we have 4 stamp sets and 3 sets of dies. Oh my gosh, look at that wreath over the top of that. I am loving that. It's kind of a subtle because it's just white, but I think oh, I love that. Yay. Sorry, I got distracted. So, yeah, I guess that's the rundown for Stamp of Approval. Our supplies are limited, so they're while supplies last. So I recommend getting on the wait list, cpstampofapproval.com. Our last 2 collections sold out the very day they released, and we were quite shocked by that. We do have a few more boxes this time. I still think it's going to be a quick sellout. People love them some Stamp of Approval. So a little bit of liquid glue on our Joy wreath. So I added in a few sequins, a couple clear ones, a little star tucked in there, and some colored ones, and that's all for today's card. So be sure to head over to my blog and participate in our blog hop. Leave comments for the bloggers because you might win your Stamp of Approval collection. That's it for today. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys soon.